sure a chair money is for chair.
People.
A chair money is for chair.
People.
What? If you want me to share money to you, if you want me, you are a leader of any chair. These are our chair people. They want me to share chair money for now without doing something with chair people. Nearest transformer, go hockey.
Yes.
Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. You must bring your children.
Yes.
That are in America.
Yes.
My local government administration under my watch.
Standard.
For local people. What is the local government? Government of the people.
By the people.
And
for the people.
For the people. Grassroots. I'm in the village. I'm not a Port Harcourt chairman. I'm a local chairman.
I deserve
Port Harcourt, go and look for work. Masters, go to COE, go and look for it. BSc, Gawano. Secondary, Gawano. No primary school, AMU. God, I will rule with you here in the local government. The allocation is for you. It's not for PhD. Just here to go and look for work. Unless you want to address me, you say, yeah, so this stop attack that professor. Or you go and look for work. So,
This is the leader of the year, as far as I'm concerned. No competition. I don't care whether he's blessed or blessing or whoever that is there with one eye listening right now. This man right here is my next governor of Rivers State. Blessing that them be HA people. HA money is for HA people.
People. HA money is for chair.
People.
What? If you want me to share money to you, if you want me, you are a leader of any HA. These are our HA people. They want me to share money for now without doing something with HA people. Nearest transformer, go hockey.
Yes.
Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. You must bring your children.
Yes.
That are in America. My local government administration under my watch is for local people. What is the local government? Government of the people.
By the people. And
For the people. Grassroots. I'm in the village. I'm not a Port Harcourt chairman. I'm a local chairman. Carry a PhD. Port Harcourt, go and look for work. Masters, go to COE, go and look for it. BSc, Gawano. Secondary, Gawano. No primary school, AMU. God, I will rule with you here in the local government. The allocation is for you. It's not for PhD. Just here to go and look for work. Unless you want to address me, you say, yeah, so this stop attack that professor. Or you go and look for work. So,
My projects now this man on the approach, on the work on. If you want to make any change, leave Abuja alone. You are too broke to be thinking about Abuja. Abuja is for billionaires. Government is for local people. Just focus on your local people. Don't vote for people who don't live 5 minutes away from you. If you cannot walk to your local government councillor house, chairman house, don't vote for that person. If your house of rep, senator, anybody in family house, in grandparents know they go the same market your people they go, don't vote for them. It's as simple as that. I don't know why people well, I understand the men who are in charge, like them George, are busy spending money to focus our attention on his uncles and business partners in Abuja and Lagos. Allow village people, residents where you live, just focus on there and see if you will not see change. Chim yesterday was screaming that good people should not join police. People cannot join politics because we don't have the INEC is corrupt, everything is corrupt. That's like, which kind of logic be that? What kind of logic is that? INEC officials either been appointed or chosen by politicians. So if you don't participate in the process, how do you get good INEC and good chairman? George, you and your people. The way one the thing, I don't know. Which kind of grammar? It's the governance is practical. Let's put it there. It's for me. If you are a local, come, we'll work together. If you want me to give you appointment, bring your let them stay. Don't vote for people who cannot relate with your struggle. People who don't drive with the same portal you are driving, they go vote for them. Just go carry into level, go now, go they seek for election for people and they go see vote for them. And they expect the community to be better. It's not going to be better. It's as simple as that. I mean, I don't know about rocket science. Easy. Don't vote for stranger. Anybody who cannot relate, who his kids are not going to the same school with your kids, don't vote for them. Anybody where parents know they go the same market where your parents they go, don't. People who you cannot, when they start, if you wrong, go their house. Don't vote for them. How is just it's as simple. Forget presidency now. Presidency done a billionaire's quota. It's not for broke people. They don't have anything at that level. They always try to speak like Wiki. Wiki can relate now because Wiki are people's person. I don't know the guy you George. I know say a Rivers person. I just stumbled on the video few minutes before I hit. Come on.
So money is for chair. People. Money is for chair. People. What? If you want me to share money to you.
His name is Njoku.
You are a leader of any chair. These are our chair people. They want me to share chair money for now. Without doing something with chair people. Nearest go hockey. Yes. Have will not fall. Have will not fall. You must bring your children. Yes. America. My local government administration under my watch is for local people. What is local government? Government of the people. I'm for the people. Grassroots. I'm in the village. I'm not a Port Harcourt chairman. I'm a local chairman. Carry a PhD. Port Harcourt. Go and look for work. Masters. Go to a COE. Go and look for it. A BSc. Gawano. Secondary. Gawano. Non-primary school. God, I will rule with you here in the local government. The allocation is for you. It's not for PhD. Just here to go and look for work. Unless you want to address me, you say, yeah, so this stop attack that professor. Or you go and look for work.
I don't know. This my message is very, very clear. I don't know why he doesn't. He has to shout. Yeah, is that what's to tell you how we have become? You know, I nominate him for next River State governorship. That's my next governor. Blessed, whether you like it or not, we are going local. We are going local. If you don't live with us, we don't vote for you. As simple as that. Okay, the funny thing is that you can resonate with him now. Once he gets higher, you become a tyrant. No, once he become higher, when I leave him. You see, that's a blessing. Once the guy leave local government, go state, leave that one for people where they Port Harcourt to deal with if they will vote for him or not. You understand? Focus on your locality where you live. If you go higher to Abuja, local government, not past local government people to worry about. Allow the big corporation, the big boys to worry about him if they will choose him or not. But at this local level, why I say I nominated him for governorship is because that it will focus on the people of Rivers State. That's pretty much what it means. You know, and I could be wrong, but for what he's doing right now, I think I will support him until he fuck up. But it be like, say, plenty money they that Iche local governments, of course. Local government, the resources there now. That's why I thought, say, if these people allow the system to work, or if the people rise up to the occasion and take out what really belongs to them, which is the local government, I swear to God, nobody won't go Abuja now. What do you want to go do for Abuja? You know, see as a New York mayoral election be, those that live in America. Blessing can relate. It is because New York's city is the richest freaking city in the fucking world. Now there the money day. Now there the money day. So that's why to become a mayor of New York City is a big freaking deal. So now local resources there. That's why people in America, those are now the local business men and women, and then they control Washington DC. The businessmen in Texas, in New York, in California, and the rest of them. These are the guys that run Washington DC. I'm not against going local. I like local. Yeah. So You support this man, no lie. I've been saying it. I think about a couple of weeks ago, I did a show on why people should vote for people who live in their locality. You know, if a senator who an House of Rep or a Senate member who will serve in Abuja on your behalf, if his parents, what in parents they go do for Abuja? If his parents don't live in your local in that constituency, if you cannot drive to his parents' house, no vote for that senator or House of Rep. It doesn't make any sense. I understand he could be living in Abuja because of the way things are right now. Let him be there. But there's no way his family could be living in Abuja and you want to support that kind of person. Or his grandparents are not feeling the same NEPA, that you are not in the same road that are dead, that you are. There's no point. You know? So that's the angle that I'm supporting this guy from. He said, if you get your PhD, for sure, go. I mean, it's not even saying if you get PhD, you should go leave my locality, you know. But most importantly, at this point, at the way Nigeria is right now, your PhD, you know, they use for a local government. Can't go up Port Harcourt. That's where you are fitting. Let me deal with my school cert holders and people that graduated who are still feeling the brunt. You know, that would entice people to go back. Not be saying person like me now, I don't get money now, I won't go for political office. I will just wrong, go say I can't become senator. May they vote for my people, vote for me. That would not be fair. Unless my competitors are not local, they cannot really, they are the same. So that's why make I see player once before.
So a chair money is for chair. People. A chair money is for chair. People. If you want me to share money to you, if you want me, you are a leader of any chair. These are our chair people. You want me to share chair money for now without doing something with chair people. Nearest transformer, go and hockey. Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. You must bring your children. Yes, in America. My local government administration under my watch is for local people. What is local government? Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Grassroots. I'm in the village. I'm not a Port Harcourt chairman. I'm a local chairman. Carry a PhD. Port Harcourt, go and look for work. Masters, go to COE, go and look for it. BSc, Gawano. Secondary, non-primary school. I will rule with you here in the chair of government. The allocation is for you. It's not for PhD. Just here to plan for. Unless you want to address me, you say, yeah. So this stop attack that their professor, or you got look for work. So,
This man, me. A big guy show. I don't see one of the video now on YouTube. I mean, this actually speaks to what I wanted to talk about today, which is the coming reality. You know, what is inevitable, whether we like it or not, it will happen. You know, which is either the elite carry revolution within themselves and restructure however they deem fit. We'll go into that in a minute. Or the color revolution, which I believe is going to happen first. And that is inevitable. Color revolution or the civil war. The choice is no longer the Nigerian people now. The choice is for the elite, the leaders. It's too late now for them to play hanky-panky. We are already there. And nothing anybody can do about it at this point. They have to do something. They have to sacrifice themselves, however they want to do them, or the young men on the street will be mobilized by both the Western powers and the power within to take out the old guards. Those guys have been in power since 80s, 40 years. Don't make people like Blessed and George. Huh? This is your time. Your grandparents still allow na grandparents the chop una time. Not even your parents though. Shame on you people. Shame on you people. This is a Eche local government chairman. It's that Chima Njoko. Where they warning people, no work, no pay. Eche local government has warned that the council will no longer tolerate lateness. How's the YouTube no go?
Eche local government, you will not see one staff one from month to month. You will not see one. Apart from my principal officer that do come. But we are doing verification. Look at all of you. Look at all of you. You want to be verified. Not so. No work, no pay. No work, no pay. No work, no pay.
Everyone no go fall. Are you week 8.2, 2.0? Week 2.0.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News.
I'll leave these people first. Where do we start from? So the tension is still running wide. I mean, everywhere. I think Atiku has finally, officially, should I say, become the member of ADC. So everywhere is taking shape. Now Obi remain. Obi need to come and pick up his lane. Once Obi pick lane, then the battle is on for 2027. But as I've always said, regardless of who wins 2027, there will be a big disagreement on how the election turn out. That will be the benchmark for disobedience, breaking down of law and order, whereby you can do whatever the fuck you want, and then the consequences. I'm talking about the powerful now, the men who have the money, who have the power, who have the capacity to do that. And it's as simple as this. The pressure is on from the outside world, from the America and the Chinese people, not because of anything, because of their own selfish interest too. But unfortunately, just like in the 60s, we are still going to be caught in the action. So the young fellas, our young leaders who are clamoring for power, I don't know where will be safe. Will be safe. Because it's not young. Because at this point, those who were born between 1940 to 1960 have now been seen as the problem of the country. They are the one that held our country stagnant. So we are going to see people like Shewores, the Pantamins, of today, coalition being built around them, because something has to be done. Some of these leaders have to be sacrificed and are the old ones. So coupled with the pressure that is coming from the outside world, one of those three scenarios will happen. Which one is going to happen first and when is what I cannot tell you precisely, but I will vote for color revolution. First will be that elite within themselves sitting down and say, come on, we have to carry out a revolution that we can control, that at the end of the day, it still be us without necessarily spilling too much blood. Right? Just like they did leading to 1999. Abacha was sacrificed, gave power to Abdul Salam. Within 12 months, the business elite, religious leader, the military, every other person, they sit down and agree on that constitution and political parties, just to spread power, pretty much that's what it means. They democratize power in 1999, bring fresh people in and out of the country. Again, but still being supervised by the older guys. And they had election and they continue with power. That is internal revolution within themselves without necessarily splitting any blood. So we have people from the academy world coming into power to serve as minister, as this and that, and those and that and that. So they have experience. They can do it again. They can call themselves, call the constitution, however they want to do it. At this point, I don't think now them go feel advise themselves. But they had to do something. If not, the second scenario will occur, which is the color revolution. 2015, that's pretty much what used to take a good look out, but they use political parties pretty much. So we are going to see the combination of social media, NGOs. I mean, the structure is already there. NSAS is a good example. That is a structure to be expand. They will just expand on NSAS, you know. And if that ones have no succeed, if the power that be successfully crush out, however is going to take them, or the wrong person come into power, either Washington no agree, or Beijing are fully in control, the inevitable will happen. The civil war will come, however we want them, North and South, Christian and Muslim, wherever, everywhere done red. Either way, they will carry on out. But for sure, between now and 2025 and 2035, a new chapter will be written. If they force us to do it, if they force the ordinary people to make too much sacrifice, we have another, it will no longer be Fourth Republic, but Fifth Republic we would talk about. But how it will take on more, it depends on Blessing and George. The ball is you people's court. But if anything to go by by this video, if we want to go by, if we want to stick anything on this video, I would say that they are already carrying out the revolution because there's a need to devolve power. There's a need to expand power to those who have come of age. We have a lot of graduates who have not even tested what job is about for like the past 10 to 15 years. Who have their uncles who their job is gradually spinning out of control due to the new technology that is within us. So if they want to listen to the voice of the stubborn ones who are calling for devolution of power to the local governments, I'll say, okay, maybe the internal revolution is already ongoing. But again, we know our people, they can be stubborn like an akuya, stubborn goats. I'll bring that video up again. So this weekend was an interesting one. On Dr. Damages, both the Have Your Say and 90 Minutes Africa, Abby. It was an interesting one. Yesterday, I was listening to CM. I was like, okay. But we'll go see, you know, say these are our leaders. They are part of us, they understand us. So they are testing our patience, at a time where the family will be together, right? In a good mood, festivity period and all that kind of, Christmas, everybody's happy and all that kind of shit. So they want to see what conversation will take place, in our Christmas lunch, dinner, party, barbecuing, party, whatever, And we will know because we all take selfies, we all run documentary, we all update our feed. So, as I said, people who celebrated the death of quote unquote USA ID, my question then was, y'all don't understand what is coming. So they don't need to, have a organized crusade, send NGO to share rice, cook food before they gather information now. If we will willingly give them what we want, we document that the kind of rice we wear in this, clothes we wear, whatever that is going on in our villages today. So from that data, to those who are thinking that AI, they have a say on how AI should take shape into this world, should think again. So from that data that we provided freely, they will make their conclusion to if the inter them or they should sit in their chances.
Something will change people.
So
Nearest transformer. Go and hockey. Yes. Will not
they're here now. They go nowhere.
People. They share money to change. People. What? If you want me to share money to you, if you want me, you are a leader of any HA. These are our HA people. They want me to share HA money for now. Without doing something with HA people. Nearest transformer. Go and hockey. Yes. Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. You must bring your children. Yes. That are in America. Yes. My local government administration under my watch is for local people. What is the local government of the people? By the people. And for the people. Grassroots. I'm in the village. I'm not a Port Harcourt chairman. I'm a local chairman. Carry a PhD. Port Harcourt. Go and look for work. Masters. Go to COE. Go and look for it. BSc. Gawano. Secondary, not primary school. Come, I will rule with you here in the local government. The allocation is for you. It's not for PhD. Just here to plan look for. Unless you want to address me, you say yeah. So this stop attack that their professor, or you got to look for work.
I am not a prophet, I am not a prophet. I've been everything that I've been gossiping about here. It's practically happened from the elite capture to the elitists to structural capture to the, everything has been what I've been preaching on for a minute. So I'm not a prophet. I might just be product of my own time, of my own era. Maybe I'm paying attention enough to see that nothing that is happening today that is new. Everything that happened before. History, they say, might not appear the same, but it rhymes. So I'm just a man who has lived through many good and bad memories and madness of what or who Nigeria is about. So I've seen quite a bit. So by the time we get to 2030, 2031, up to 2035, I don't they talk about the world itself will not be the same again, and it's already happening. Not to talk of Nigeria. So Nigeria is part of the world. So Nigeria definitely will not remain the same again. The story of Nigeria will still continue as it is, or what dimension is going to take. I think that is the question at this point. So So we are here. So I always predict what is going to be the Nigerian future. Which way is it going to go economically? Is it also socio-economically? Is it the Islamic state, social state? Is it the techno-capitalist Christian, evolution that we are seeing? Or are we going to be hooked on the Beijing technology or Silicon Valley? These are the questions that have been with human civilization since the dawn of what? 19th century, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back to the 18th because the First World War was also predicated on all this human foolishness. At the end of the day, Bob Marley, brought it down to the rat race. But it is human story. It is our reality. However we want to color it, push it away, we're not going to escape it. So by 2030, one of the three things will likely happen. And it don't happen before. It's not something that is new. As I said, the first will be the elite revolution, a situation whereby themselves, when it's not just both the political elites, the economic elites, the religious, those who are in the credential class, the academic, the intellectual class, as you call them, the likes of Blessing and George, they will come themselves in one room, lock themselves in one, either, some cottage in London, somewhere in London, or from a farm somewhere in Idaho or Virginia, Texas, and or maybe Bodilon somewhere in Ikoyi, and with fear this time around. And of course, they have history of having 50, 60-year-old whiskey. Pressure will be so high that, as I said, it's not a new thing. They have done it before. The French did it in the late 1700s. The American did it over and over again. The last one was in the 70s, where they agreed, but she shut black people out of the economic benefits. But again, they sacrificed something in order to avoid what happened in 1860, which is the Civil War. 2010, 2011, we see with the Tunis, the Egyptian revolution, right? So it's not new. As I say, even us Nigeria, when we fail to use the voice of reasoning, we force us to civil war. But in the 90s, they avoided it. They carried out what I call elite revolution within themselves. They put their acts together, both the military elite, after they have gone, everybody factionalized so much. They have to put their act together. The big politicians, the business class, and a few people were sacrificed in the process. Abacha was gone. Abiola took heat. And eventually they sat down, agree on the constitution, whether they will like it or not, they like it or not, however we want to see how that constitution come to be. But it gave us the faction as a political party, which is a way to actually democratize power, because the amount of elite who are grudging, who are growing, is becoming, the numbers are becoming more than the position available, right? How many people go be gender, how many people be that kind of stuff, right? So they have to come out with that democratic process to hold election, have political parties, bring the university dons in, bring uh, the intellectuals who have been on exiles, and PDP and the rest of them took to festivity. So PDP came to power with a lot of ministers, a lot of extra codes, contracts were expanded not just to military and military relative anymore. So, and it was those who come of age in the early 2000, the whole 2000 during the reigns of PDP, we testified that power is everywhere, from local government to Abuja, PDP power, and from that PDP power became PDP sharing money. That's where they lost it. Instead of sharing power, instead of continuing sharing power, they decided to be sharing money in place of power. And that take another turn, put them out of power, and we are still here. So the smartest thing the Nigerian elite could do, whether they surprise us with self-preservation, as I said, they have to reason within themselves. So stage a coup. I mean, some people call it palace coup, Abi. They have to stage a revolution against themselves before the streets do it for them. Because either way, we are not going back. There's a lot of people have been compromised already. A lot of blood has been split. So people are not counting. I don't think the program that was carried out before that eventually sparked the Civil War of 1966, the numbers of blood that were split during that time, they are no reach half of the people where they don't kill, whether with Christian genocide, with the farmer X-Men, with however you want to say it, the amount of blood that has been split within the last 10 years, they don't reach 10 times of what led to Civil War. So we have crossed that space of Civil War. We are not coming back from where we are now. Can look push forward from here. And that push forward have 3 doors, right? Which is the first one that I'm still on. Elite revolution. They have to come out and sit down with their own stick and do something. So imagine 20 to 30 powerful men in the country. We know them. They know themselves. They know who controls who and who controls what. However they want to disguise themselves, whether in agbada, in police uniform, in the university office somewhere, anywhere they are. These people know themselves. Well, I don't know exact number, but they are more than 30, they are more than 50, they are up to 100. But if 20 to 30%, 20% of them come together, anywhere, London, Abuja, anywhere they decide to go, maybe they go Ghana. It's a good one. Yeah, I used to. I mean, the weekend I went to London a couple of times to do, the whole debate of 2023 took place in London. So I'm not seeing anything for the first constitution that was agreed on before independence. That's coming together by the Zik and the rest of them that happened in London. So maybe Boad is smoked it talk. Plus, I don't talk too much. I'm trying to deliver from it with a different style. I don't know if it's working. Blessed and George, anybody is there? Is it working? I'm talking too much. So make I slow down. Somebody should cough my ear.
So money is for chair. People. Money is for chair. People. What? If you want me to share money to you, if you want me, you are a leader of any chair. These are our chair people. You want me to share chair money for now without doing something with chair people. Nearest transformer, go and hook it. Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. You must bring your children. Yes.
Dr. Damages.
My local government administration under my watch.
Okay, but then this Dr. Damages, since I think
People,
I don't know
what
where
is
they come
government
from.
of the
They
people,
come from.
by the people, and for the people. Grassroots. I'm in the village. I'm not a Port Harcourt chairman. I'm a local chairman. Carry a PhD. Port Harcourt, go and look for work. Masters, go to a COE, go and look for it. A PhD, Yawano. Secondary, Yawano. Non-primary school, Yawano. God, I will rule with you here in the local government. The allocation is for you. It's not for PhD. Just here to go and look for work. Unless you want to address me, you say, yeah, so this stop attack that your professor, or you go and look for work.
Dr. Damages, you dey hear so? You dey hear so? All the shenanigans wey they do for Nobi. No go work, we no go vote for you. We no go vote for you. You live in New York, stay in New York. If you want us to give your children post tomorrow, let them go back to Nobi. If not, I tell you, the time don't pass. When we the rally behind the governor, His Excellency, the most performing governor where they work out for gutter, Chief Monday Paolo, when would they support that one? I think they would decrease. Time don't pass now. Now villagers, the ramage in our villagers. Now we did now where we go local. So maybe this is the elite who finally waking up to democratize power the way it ought to be, even in our constitution, federal, state, and local government. Maybe if they do that, that might work, to just appease the gods a little bit. But I don't think it would be enough because we have too many graduates in the streets. On the street, that have no jobs, and there's no hope of getting job. There are too many in the aspirants that even the diaspora is not diasporan as it should be or what they expect anymore, And we have too many people, too many Nigerian diasporans in the classroom in diaspora who are actually mentoring and educating Nigerians on the way it ought to be or how it used to be. So there's no going back in a way, no matter how they, try to practicalize what is in the Constitution. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's a little bit too late. Something we just have to move forward. However, whatever cost is going to be, everybody will feel them. So I think the first one, with their own wisdom, the people who are in charge, Dr. Damages and co, who are part of the diaspora elite, we're gonna go sit down. If I don't know, but una go invite them come to New York, sit down and look inward. Carry out a palace school. So when the 20 about 30 of the powerful men, maybe few women in Nigeria, that's what they always want. They just sprinkle one or two women just to show some people up among them. They lock themselves in the room and without aid, nobody, just them. As I said, it has to be they have to carry out revolution within themselves, make sacrifice. So, no aids, no funds, of course, if they can. Just a few bottles of 50-year-old whiskey. And it's not new. If you read the history of the United States of America when they lock themselves too, because this lock and key is not something new. They will lock themselves if you live here for about 6 months, and a lot of history had it that thousands and thousands of wine and other strong cognac were the order of the day, going back and forth, debating which way forward for the newly liberated country. And they come up with what they have today. So if our own few men assemble themselves, put phones outside, no more aids, nothing, just 50-year-old whiskey with fear of what to come, They might just look at few of them in the face. Few of them, they know themselves, whether the old ones or the young ones, to sacrifice. You know, because the number of unemployment is not going to come down. Regardless of what it can do at this point, it's just going to keep going up, and we'll get to a point where it go reach like 50 and above. I think the German, when I think it was about 20 something percent inflation, 9 trickle G. Germany Adolf talking about Dr. Rudolph, but this one Adolf, Abi Rudolph shenanigan that took place in Germany. So if we reach 50%, we think we are still going just anything they will do within themselves to actually appease the gods on the streets. I don't know. It's yet to be seen. It's yet to be seen. Middle piece. You are don't come and harass my listeners, my fans. Yeah, don't use that comment section to harass people. Okay, if Dr. Damage is blocked, you are blocked. You are blocked. Once you are blocked, you are blocked. Just take it like that as life. You know. Anyway. I don't know how much the dollar now safe. Because when dollar go down, they reach that kind 3K, 4K. Germany at a point, $1 at about over 400 of their whatever. I should not Dutch meeting that they call that their money at a point, about 4,000 to a dollar. So we are getting close. It's not going to be new, as I said. Nothing will happen to us now. What will happen as we march forward? We need the next 10 years that has never happened before. You know, you just have to look outside a little bit. If you look inward, you will see the traces of 60s, you know, of Nigeria still. I see they happen. So if you look outside, you will see that it don't happen before, and even within couple of years, 2-3 years ago with Bangladesh, you know, and the rest of them. So by the time when our soldier, we compare our policemen know the vest now. When they see money they collect now. Now talking about the incoming everything why I say we are not coming back from this, because as soon as we enter January, what happened? The tax that the Bola Tinubu passed will take physical effect. So if that tax begin coming, jobs are not coming in, but people are getting more tax. What do you think the policemen will do? Are they going to stop also taxing people, knowing fact that they are earning, their pay is not able to compare to Ghana policemen money or to any of the neighboring country? What do you think is going to happen? And the killing of the Nigerian military within all the northeast, northwest, now north central, everywhere. It's not going to stop, because we are not even talking about that enough. You know, there's so many things we don't talk about enough regarding what is going on with these farmer headers. We went from farmer headers to now terrorists, from terrorists to genocide, Christian, Muslim, however you want to work. There are two sets of people we don't worry about. We don't actually talk about amount of military men who have been killed. Nobody, I don't know if anybody they actually tried the statistic, the real numbers. Yes, nobody. But most importantly, those people, whether they killed their parents, the young kids that their parents are being killed, maybe all of them, the IDPC, ID, whatever camp. Some of them, they don't run and just they while away within the corridors of Niger, Cameroon, and Nigeria. And this thing don't start for the past 10 to 15 years. If they were 3, 4, 5 years before, how old are they now? By the time they come out in number, begin acts, or begin want to know who they are, their identity, there's going to be a big problem. So when I thought we know they come back for where we did now, those are the signs that I'm seeing. We are not coming back. We are not. Something has to give. And again, the first thing is that the elites give out their wealth, redistribute their wealth, sacrifice few of them, jail them, however they want to do, and chase some of them out, as Bob Marley said, chase the bullet out of town, just run it out of the country within by themselves. I don't know, even that too, I don't think will be enough. €60 too, see? You are a fan too. So now fan war. Okay. Don't worry, don't worry. Now that I recognize the fact that I two fans, one fight, I think I will set out a day. Oh yeah, some hours for fan fight. When I come fight, you know. That is a middle piece. We go look into that. I don't know who did that. Did you slap anybody? No, Dr. Dameji, Dr. Dameji, Dr. Dameji. See, this is you are a representative of our leader. Eh? Just take responsibility first and say that you will do something about it. You say you don't know who do them. Imagine me to nobody say you don't know who they kill our citizens. Eh? Dr. Dameji. No. No. You see what I thought say now your generation are fear pass. make I put you on blast. This opportunity doesn't present itself like that often. Eh? It's like your generation are fear now. Because now we are even the Gen Z now that they fight for. Because we're not going to allow them come to power, even if the revolutions was successful the way now. Because now go finance that revolution. But what I'm scared of, the middle class, which Dr. Damages then belongs to, what are they doing now? They are resorting to buying weapons. They buy guns. We don't talk about that enough. Because they have to protect their own interests. The little one they're able to, that small house we then get for 2-3 minute drive from Ikoyi, their lifestyle of going to shop right every weekend to shop, At least they still able to pay for private school for their children, They get one car, their wife get another one, that kind of thing, Once in a while, they physically go Dubai, that kind of stuff. They want to protect that, so they don't buy guns. Those are the signs that I said that we are not coming back from. Dr. Jamadi, they ask about you slap person. Say yes, you slap a to Naija. Ain't go fire ram. Oh, you say you slap let me make it worse. You slap Adana. What is he going to do? Eh? Say, father electricity block me, not you, Dr. Dameji. No, that's see. In fact, this middle piece, I believe you also belong to the generation of Dr. Dameji. Why are you making excuses for him? He's the president of Dr. Dameji shows. He is the president. So every boss stop on this table, according to the grammar whether they speak. So don't make excuse for him. He's the leader. But they make excuse for Paulo here now and I won't eat me raw. Or Tunubu. Don't do that. Until I don't see anything, yes. I agree. This one turn full. The other one turn full. Suffer continues. So that's where we are. They have to come to the realization that that old game, ain't gonna cut it. No, they work. No go work. This idea of rotation, turn by turn, every 8 years. I don't think it's going to work. And I think that's Tinubu's concern. He was so fucking sure that that is going to be the order of the day, but I don't know at this point. He might be the one that they will sacrifice. That's what they always happen. That's what they always happen. You know, the Arab Spring, the Egyptians had to sacrifice Mubarak. You know, after he won't play the military guys by bringing his son in via the economic way. Boom. So one would say Abacha was sacrificed. You know, so last, you know, he will be sacrificed. And that is his fear. At this point, he was so sure that he go finish the toy battle. You know, it was fair. I think as I said a couple of hours ago, I was kind of sure too, you know. But at this point, I think that that 100% assurance is dwindling, is crashing down. I would say get 75% of that coming to pass. I give him 75 because he can make the sacrifice if he before he does sacrifice. He has the capacity to make sacrifice before they sacrifice him. The capacity that the good Lord Jonathan no gets, them say they sacrifice him. So, and as where we is. So if that turn by turn is not going to be as it is, and they will sacrifice the guy, the old guys. So the idea of rotation turn by turn for 8 years might just be reduced. So I don't know. The oil block arrangement within the share, they have to make it more publicly now, you know. People like them, Middle Peace and Dr. Damages and the rest, you know, can form a coalition of in diaspora hustlers, LLC, and buy, maybe bid now, buy a oil block, you know, instead of these old guys keeping it within themselves and their tight friends. So these are some of the sacrifice which attack elite revolution that they have to you know, carry out. And as I said, even if they carry that out, would it be enough? Or how long would that the shenanigans of carrying, you know, making things the way, you know, carrying out a revolution within themselves, how long will it last? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years? Because even when the Islamic Brotherhood took power after they sacrificed Mubarak, they couldn't run the country to the satisfaction of every elite. Before you know, the same people took to the street again. So it's over for some people within themselves. And but I think next year, I see some headline by next year, Tinubu, some of the things we're going to restructure the banking system. They want to, I don't know, they're going to carry some reform, say, for the banking systems to work. They want to make sure. I mean, I saw some headline we did that, but I think it's too early for what they want to change the system. It's not too early, but by Nigerian standard for them to bring out to the public right now. So we'll see some more things that will come out that will be on the menu for 2026. So it's over. The children, the TikTok generation, the Twitter, and not the children of what? 2012. 2012, they do Occupy Nigeria. That was when the Occupy Nigeria was, how many years ago? It was 12 years ago. 13 years. It didn't work. So, now different bread. Our people in abroad, only God can understand them. Are you not part of them? Are you not part of those people in abroad? I think you are speaking from, we are not speaking from Upela or Newi, are you? Or Damaturu? Are you speaking from Potiskum? No, you're speaking from maybe Japan or somewhere. So our TikTok generation are quite different from Occupy Nigeria. they no one dialogue. I think Dr. Damiji can testify to Soli. Soli, I think Soli not sound like somebody that wants to have a dialogue with a generation who he believe that failed, 100%, and he has a point. And the annoying part is that they always demand for respect. So to them, asking for a dialogue is disrespecting them after what you have done. Which kind of dialogue? So they are not, they are all in that something has to go, something has to give. So they want heads. Head must roll. Some people, as I said, have to be sacrificed, either in jail or run them out of town. So the elites have to rethink. They have to do something unthinkable. They have to come to agreement to agree on the national transition committee, or the constitutional, whatever they want to do at this point. Feel they have to bring in more people into that process. So the few credible people, and who are those people do you think that are outside the government now that the young people can trust enough to say, you know what, go in and negotiate on our behalf? Do we have them? Maybe VDM. I remember when they chief Two-Face. One time when Two-Face want to do was headlining a very big protest. This was in 2016. Yeah, I remember I did Nigeria. That was 2016. Then the 11th hour, the guy pulled out. So who are the people that the streets, the likes of Soli generation will agree to negotiate for them at this point? Are we talking about the VDMs? I don't know if Showore still the mouthpiece of the young people at this point, because Obi Obi can easily represent the young people, the credible people outside. But again, even him too is it's not clear cut, because there are those people who believe that is part of the people that cannot be reformed. So he too has to go. So I don't know who are the people, who are those that speak for young people now, credible people that speak for young people that can be trusted to be in the forefront of the next, in case the elite decide to say yes, we got to do some unthinkable. That is what Baba Fela will say. Wayo, padi, arrange na off. Well, so let's see how they go do it. But at this point, we have gotten to that point of no return. But I think that wayo will pay them if they decide, because even the wayo padi to me, some people have to be sacrificed, because sacrificing people, bringing in outsiders that represents the credible voice, the young people, the whatever that they are representing, means some people have to give. So however they do the wayo padi, some of them have to sacrifice. So maybe they will suspend the 1999 constitution for like what, 2 years? The National Assembly, I mean, for as far as I'm concerned, can still be reduced drastically. Instead of 3 senatorial districts, now they make it like 1. That would be good. Nigeria will take that. Maybe give the rest of them something else to do, part-time job or something, Maybe they are too young to be left to the street like that. The ministerial position, waiting and be now. They don't reach like 50, if I'm not mistaken. I'll slash them, make them like 15. Max 20 ministers. I think Nigeria will, they can manage that for some time. They'll give them, it's okay, let's see how you can do that. Right? all those their presidential fleet, all those cars, all those those 2, 3 cars where they follow Dr. Damage up and down anytime we go in Novi. We'll find a way to cut it down. All those things. I think if there's sacrifice in that manner, Nigeria can say, okay, let's give them the next 2, 3 years and see what will happen. Not that, as I said, we ain't coming back. I say, maybe they happen, because if they can't do anything with that, they have to burn the whole thing down, which will lead to the next door, which is called the color revolution that I'm talking about. But we'll get there. That today, tomorrow, or whatever. But I think it's our time we start looking at it, at the corporates, at the players, and see the American. Now pressure is everywhere. Pressure is coming from the locals, from the young people. Pressure is coming from outside, the Chinese and the American war that is going on. So the players should be pay attention to the elites, those who are in charge of how the Nigerian system currently works, how they manage them, because they have to do something. Something they know they just have to do something. It's just no way with this management done crashed. Pressure has done them too much. So why as Modibi call am, whatever name they won't call am, wayo paddy or elite led restructuring or whatever they want to do at this point, I think the streets and they can only deceive the Nigerian people if they whatever reform they carry within themselves. Nigeria will give them maybe, as I said, max 2 years, 6 months, because the Egyptian, the Arab Revolution, when the Islamic brother will take power, there is 6 months before the street descend on them again. So we'll call it a coup, call it salvation, call it whatever the fuck you want, but something has to move. I gotta move fast. Ó ṣé o Jésù, a ò mọ̀ níyàn. I am 12. When will Nigeria be great again? You are waiting, you are 12. When will Nigeria be great again? I don't know. Nigeria will be great when you want it to be great. Ain't nobody gonna make it great for you. Shit. Nigga, you gotta make that shit happen for your goddamn self. You gotta go there now and organize. Organize, in the words of Kwame Ture, what be that enslaving himself? That Kwame Ture slave name. He has a very interesting slave name. Carmichael. Slave name be that. Churchy Carmichael, Kwame Ture. When it says if you organize little, you get little done. If you organize much, you get much done. If you don't organize at all, you ain't get nothing done. So stop asking when will Nigeria be great again. Say when can I make Nigeria great again? I'm going to make Nigeria. It's up to you. That's where we are now. Unfortunately, however you want to say it, that's where we are now. And I don't think we are going back. We ain't going back. So if the elites no one share blood, much because blood will be shared. They don't want share down too much. This first door, a little revolution, I think, is the most cynical way, the best way to go about it. I think it's also the most hopeful way. It's the most hopeful way if they don't allow the agreed, play out. It just requires a lot of wisdom. Education now should be thrown out of the window, which is my gospel. The education we received is to go by the words of Carter Woodson. We are all been programmed. So our actions cannot give us a different result that we are seeing right now. Because that is what we are programmed to achieve. That's the direction we are programmed to follow. And that's why they can boldly take out the soft power persuasion influence that they use or not, framed in the name of USAID. They can boldly announce it that it's dead. Right? Because we've already been programmed in a way that they don't have to worry about our actions. We'll find a way to make it happen. So at this point, we need to say, you know what? That our education has done whatever it can for us. Wisdom need to kick in. That's where the elite themselves have to now, exercise a high level of wisdom and patriotism. And they have to do it in a broad daylight. It means in a very transparent manner. If not, it will be very interesting if they don't take that option. Self-regulation. However they want to one. In a paddy way, wayo way, but they have all the resources to act it out in public and do whatever the fuck they want behind the scene. So that's why I say it's up to them at this point. The Nigerian people, especially the young people, have this. In fact, they know what they zero their mind and make up their mind that this is it. Because the further they try to look into the future, it's not just blurry, it's dark. So what's the fucking point? The second option, the second option will be color revolution. That too, it's not something, it's not new. Color revolution, that's the next one. If they don't do that one, color revolution will be a little bit more costlier, more bloodier, uncontrollable than they could if they decided to do that by themselves, those who are in charge. But if they fail to yield to the words of wisdom and reasoning, they stick to their academic antics, trying to design, manipulate the structure to beyond the understanding of the people who don't sabi speak English, the average common man, bringing all these grammar speakers to start, manipulating everyone. They created that in place of actually doing the needful. The streets will do it for them. That's pretty much what color revolution means in the local language. what they fail to do, the people who fail to do it for them. As I say, they say if you fail to discipline your child, the street will do it for you. So think in a very straightforward manner. That's what color revolution is about. Now, and you know what that means. If you allow the people to do it, because at this point, that's where we are. Ain't no going back. We just gotta forge ahead. By crook, whatever they want to do. So if the elite remain greedy, deaf, and no arrogance, which is, if you ask me, I'll put my money on that. I think I'll bet on them just keep playing the antique, giving us deaf ear, I don't care attitude, see being arrogant, flaunting wealth, do whatever the fuck they do now. I think I'll put my money on that. They will choose that para that self-regulate. But as I said, if they don't do them, the street will what? Do it for them. The street will move. It will not start with AK-47. I don't think so. It will start the way all color revolution, they always start, for today now, everything that is human life. You don't have to either, propagate any video or hear any rumor. As it happen, it go on live. See, just take one viral video of whether they don't kill one the children faint somewhere because of lack of food in the classroom. Something that they happen regularly before, but this time around, it will go viral in a way that even AK-47 will not be the thing, especially they just red light and signs everywhere that anything can just, ignore the color revolution. For the Arab Spring. It takes somebody just say, no, what, enough of all this, and light himself on fire, right? And boom. Some people tell you Second World War has to do with killing of with that emperor, like king. But those are just a thinking, a spark, something that we ignite already red flag everywhere. So something unusual could be a child being starved to death, and it will be streamed live for the whole world to see. Like soldier, they protest unpaid allowance. Especially, we see an example where Yerima, all he did is to say, what, fuck this shit. I'm not just gonna, just take it. And his generation responded in a way that I've never been heard before. I think went viral, and up to today, it's still a symbol. All right. Shit like that, or they shoot one, that custom officer or police shoot somebody because of going to give money or whatever, the usual stuff. To be streamed live, just like George Floyd, he was live. We would see him live. This was not in a video they put. No, it was being streamed live, and America never made the same again from that point on. And Trump at that point has to take the hit for it. He was sacrificed, so he lost his second re-election. That is what needed to be done at that point to maybe bring some kind appeasements to the country, because it was running. And as far as one will concern, America is still in that mood. Anything can still happen any moment from now. But an effort is underway to restructure everything, but there's a pushback and a fight back from those who have been benefiting from the system from God knows when. God will conquer one governor convoy, governor this thing, just run over protest either in Lagos, Abuja, or anywhere, Something will just they will just do something dumb as usual. But this time around, they can't get away with it. They themselves will surprise that how the fuck did this thing just go viral before they even know. And Another chapter will swing into action. We'll begin to write another story by ourselves. So that's color revolution right there. And just one thing, just one spark, as they say. Only one thing we break the camel back a bit. Just a video, video that is not, it's not going to be extraordinary. It's something that, yes, we knew before, The killing of the Borea could not do it. They were able to manage that. All right. I don't know if another, thing like that of Deborah happen again if they can at this point. I don't think they can manage it. Or anything like NSAS. So you begin to see hashtag. It will now be what? NSAS 2.0. Everywhere will be consumed by that viral video. We're just going to be, it's not be Lagos like the NSAS, not be Lagos, Abuja, but it will be everywhere. Maybe Kano, Enugu, Port Harcourt, Jos, Calabar, everywhere. Simultaneously at the same fucking time. So before you know, the student will join. Police officers, some will join. The military majority decide to say, what, fuck this shit, After all, we hear from that video where you hear my protest when the other mopo they tell the soldier say, Toborisu, I want about now, what about Mubani, Mumuna Jiniwa, Susuna Jindari, Toborisu, right? It's not our fight. We are suffering. And then they run things. It's not our fight. Those are signs of color revolution. No be people say Obi no get party. Fuck that. Party. Gonna the days where party now go make you win the election. So the signs are there. They say to get to a revolution, it takes pocket of what evolution. Things got to be evolving, and we are seeing the signs everywhere. Those are the evolution. It will accumulate to evolution, and the signs so far can only be tagged or seen from the lens of color revolution. So before you know, the market women go jump, the baddies, the baddies go join, and then so when that get to that point, waiting option they get again. Since they refuse to carry out the evolution within themselves, they resort to the usual thing, bullets. So begin to fire bullet at first. Would that make things better? This time around, I don't think so. It go worse. You just make things worse because how many people how many people they want to be fired from? How many say if 7, 6, 10 states are on fire at the same time, where Boko Haram, ISIS, every other one, see they are still very much engaged in those fights. How many police and soldiers we get? They cannot do anything. It will be too late. Right? So then if that not what they will use, they will begin to use dollar. They will buy people as they can. Journalists, content creators, you name them, everybody that is bottable, we will try. But how many? How long before they will run out of dollars? Because any protest that we start from maybe 5 to 10 states simultaneously, how many dollars they feel pay? How long? It's not going to die just like that. They go pay agberos to counter the protest, pay whatever the fuck they want to pay just to counter the protest. Now, fucking lie. Maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, max 1 month. If that dollar go finish, even the agbero will say, fuck this shit, man. Onye na-eme ma Onye na-eme mmụọ jụkwara ụzọ. Onye na-eme mmụọ, onye na-eme mmụọ jụkwara ụzọ. Then our brothers and sisters, Al Jazeera, they CNN. You know, the life of them Munday and the rest of them, you know, we begin see, you know, everything flying from the foreign medias. They're everywhere. This time, they don't even need to use a drone. Now, drones there they will use. So, as I said, we all have phones now, so we'll help them do what they normally pay people to do for them. CNN has to be on ground. Al Jazeera has to be on ground, which are big equipment and all that. But they've already have people they pay to local people. They don't have to do that at this point because guess what? Everybody get a phone. I'm saying we do it for them easy. So before you know all their embassies and their whatever that they have, they could begin issue a statement as usual, right? The will of the goddamn people. This is the people's will. This is the people finally waking up. The Nigerian people have to take power. I mean, we've seen it all before. Right? This is Nigerian will. The will of the people must prevail. They get that. So those are the signs of federal revolution. And that time now, you know, we don't the elite, those one way they warm up for power before, they could only warm up for anywhere where they go hide, you know, Washington DC, Texas, you know, Dubai, London, Ghana, they could begin warm up, you know, to come and what take power because this time around the men in power will run. If the dollar no work, bullet no work, everything they want to use no work. What else you think they're gonna do? Fly, run away to exile. So before you know, those guys go, you know, those who are proximate of power, who are now in exile, being prepared. They will fly in on their private jets to support the youth for sure. They will begin do crowdfunding. This is where we're talking about the middle class. Crowdfunding. This is where their academic now will now be the education. It will now switch it back to focus on. After they will not remote them to switch it. They will not be supporting the young people, you know, crowdfunding, dollar will be flying from in diaspora, you know. Suddenly, every protester, you know, you go see everybody will get phone all of a sudden. You will see many iPhone you never see before. You go, what does it call? What the fuck is going on? You'll be the kind of update where you go get from some kind of area, some kind of nooks and cranny. It will be one as they come. These people they here before, they go iPhone before, but yeah, it's all part of the whole opposition now being empowered from exile coming in to support the youth. Color revolution signs. That's how collaboration works. Because it has to look good too, you know. Books has to be written about it. Movies have to be shot. Netflix, sure, gotta get a show out of it for at least 3 months straight. Then maybe after that, reality will set in. The older elites do exactly what they know how to do best again. The others, that means they'll vanish. Their cronies or the younger ones, whoever they regroup. Because God even bless us. We don't even have institution, you know, that are strong enough to hold any incoming government, right? Because we don't think about that enough. I mean, that happened before, right? Change the government. This is exactly how what happened in 1999, 1998, 1999, right? The opposition, a lot of them ran out of the country. And man, even when they decide to select new people from here, some of them come back. You know, in fact, 5 years into the government of Obasanjo, a lot of in diasporas, then Kunje Wela, Ezekiel Sile, and the rest of them, Soludo and the rest. So that the expertise they brought to work with the new government. But guess what? The structure were too weak. The institution were so weak that it can't even support what they were trying to achieve. One would argue. So, but this time around, I don't think they can manage it for 25 years. I don't think you will manage for maybe any new government that will come with the weakness of this institution. It can last for 6 months, maybe max 1 year before the revolution will start again. Because hunger no will stop. Then they will begin accuse themselves. You sell out because of you, finger pointing, That's why you pay attention now. So that they do when APC first come back, what is that they do? They're accusing PDP as if they are new. No, now PDP, now them be the PDP. So finger pointing, the tribal, they point ourselves, try pointing figure over who control the new patronage, over who control this, who control that. Again, a color revolution, but we know they come back from here we are now. The roots, you said. So yeah, to remove a bad government is easy. Building a working one when there is no trust, no money, and over 200 million people will be hungry. The difference will not matter. So I don't think even the color revolution will do the magic. But it might be the likely to happen. But that doesn't mean it will solve the problem, which, as I said from the beginning, there's no going back. There's no manageable. Something has to give. Something got to break. It is the magnitude and the level of that we are still not seeing. No, can't imagine it yet because times have changed. It was about 3 million people in the 60s. All right, give and take. How many million do you think is going to take if these two fail? If the self-revolution, if the elite decide to carry a revolution within themselves and democratize power more, whatever they decide to do, if still that doesn't work, and metamorphosis to color revolution, right? Which now involve the people chasing out the government that be new ones coming in. And if that still doesn't help our pledge, what do you think is going to be the third thing? Civil war. And if civil war happen and we go through it, does that mean we will now be at the other side, the glory stage? It's not guaranteed. This is the first stage that we don't know. Right? We don't know what the first stage is going to be like. But if those two no work, civil war is inevitable. I need coffee. My mouth don't dry. May I play? My friend.
So money is for chair. People. Money is for chair. People. What? If you want me to share money to you, if you want me, you are a leader of any chair. These are our chair people. They want me to share chair money for now. Without doing something with chair people. Nearest transformer. Go hockey. Yes. Will not will not you must be accurate. Yes. That in America. My local government administration under my watch. is for local people. What is local people? Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Grassroots. I'm in the village. I'm not a Port Harcourt chairman. I'm a local chairman. Carry a PhD. Port Harcourt, go and look for work. Masters, go to COE, go and look for it. BSc, secondary, non-primary school, come, I will rule with you here in the local government. The allocation is for you. It's not for PhD. No PhD, go and look for work. Unless you want to address me, you say, yeah, so this stop attack that their professor, or you go and look for work. So,
EJ. I like local things for local people. So that Blessed won't move back to Nigeria. We'll go to his village and he will be very pleased to work in the local governments. But just don't let them know that you have a PhD. We'll see you as a scam. I'll be coming with your PhD and be looking for a local government job. You are a scam. Go away. Go away, you. Go away, you. Darling Jesus, darling Jesus. Oh, my darling Jesus, you're a wonderful God. I love you so, my darling Jesus. Let me see this. Before I talk about the third part, which is the civil war that's inevitable, let's see this. Let's listen to our fellow brothers on the other side.
Trump administration reportedly set to launch a new phase of operations against
the other side.
days, apparently aiming to overthrow dictator Nicolas Maduro.
It comes as the U.S. ramps up its military strikes against the alleged drug boats in the Caribbean.
Lucas Tomlinson is in Trinidad and Tobago and joins us now with details. Good morning.
You know, PhD you can blend. I like that.
Or the island of Trinidad, that works too. Good morning, Charlie, Ainsley, and Brian. New warnings from the FAA have canceled several flights from several foreign carriers to Venezuela after American F-18 Super Hornets, spy planes, and bombers were seen flying off the coast. And now, Reuters out with a new report saying covert action could begin soon inside Venezuela. This comes at a month after President Trump authorized the CIA to conduct those operations. And here's from Reuters. Two of the U.S. officials said covert operations would likely be the first part of the new action against Maduro. The options under consideration include attempting to overthrow Maduro. Now, Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro has remained defiant. Yesterday was his birthday. Late last week, he attended a public rally with college students, attendance likely mandatory. Rachel Campos Duffy interviewed Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado, who, like Trump, says Maduro's days are numbered.
I completely trust the strategy President Trump is developing and his Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. They know very well with whom they're dealing with. I believe that Maduro will get a very clear picture of what are his options and what's the future for Venezuela. Maduro started this war. President Trump is ending this war.
Should President Trump order strikes against the Maduro regime, there's plenty of firepower in the Caribbean to do it, with about 30% of all deployed American warships, including the aircraft carrier Gerald R. Ford, now on station. There are over 200 Tomahawk cruise missiles in theater aboard destroyers and U.S. Marines aboard the USS Iwo Jima and other amphibs in the Ready Group. Now, ahead of Thanksgiving, the U.S. military's top officer, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Raisin Kane, arrived in Puerto Rico yesterday to meet the forces who were part of Operation Southern Spear. So with General Kane in the region, we'll have to see if Secretary Hegseth follows suit ahead of Thanksgiving. And one thing officials have said is some of this buildup in the Caribbean goes beyond the Maduro regime. It's about getting Russia, China, and Iran out of the Western Hemisphere, guys.
And how is that not in our national interest? Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Lucas.
A lot of firepower.
And look, we can't spend a lot of time on this. There's so many big stories today. But just check out the Wall Street Journal. They talk about the headline is South America is turning more right-wing and getting Trumpier. What they're doing is more and more are electing, from Chile to what we saw in Bolivia, more electing Panama, more electing more and more conservatives. Even the guy in Brazil is in trouble. So it's not healthy to be against the president. What he wants to do is not dominate these countries. He just wants these countries not to be dominated by China, Russia, and Iran.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
Okay. The last part there was the punch. They just don't want China to dominate. Let's say for me, all that plenty alphabet tattoo, don't want name is a scam. This warmongering is for this woman to come into power for their bite. Yeah, that's it. And the reason is they just don't want the Chinese people to dominate, and they'll do anything. So those people who know understand how the world was will tell you that your resources is not what they want, or is what they just don't get it. They don't get it. They can't get it. They don't get it. So now the final stage, if we know where we are going to pass through within the next 10 years, is the civil war. As I said, if the elite do not decide to carry out the revolution within themselves and sacrifice few of themselves, however they want to do it, but in a very transparent way. And I said, even if they do harm, I don't think this can still do anything to appease the people who are badly being hit, and the hit continues. More generations are coming of age to help the politically powerless, economically powerless, and we have no choice than to team up with the Gen Z. It's not. We are not going back from here. It's going to get worse. So color revolution, for me, is inevitable. There are more chances for color revolution to happen than anything else. And the structures are very well already on ground. They were tested during the NSAS. And as I said, we get full now. And data will not be anything to worry about. Remember, Elon Musk had the Starlink. We never even talk about that yet. So, and again, that's why I was talking to somebody at the commercial show yesterday. If you said America is watching, you ask yourself, which of the America is watching? Is it the globalist or the nationalist? The understanding of that two fraction is very important. And then you now bring into Nigeria. Among all these leaders, where's their allegiance, right? Who are they supporting? Clearly, the globalists brought Bola Tinubu to power. I mean, I think they will do everything to want to keep him in power, if you ask me. But the obese that I know is more of the nationalists. The allegiance coming from the likes of Texas, and the rest of them being Obasanjo is pretty much the product of the Bush, It's not a conspiracy that Obi and Paul Ryan, the former Speaker of the House, our party. So, hey, it's not that hard. So we see always the battle. So if that one still not work, the civil war is inevitable. So if the color revolution fails, the protests are crushed. If they crush the protesters like the answers, without concessions, what do you think is going to happen? Let's say the government of the day decide to do the same thing they did to answers, and that split the government into two, or split the elite into two. What do you think is going to happen? Because that's all I've ever prayed for. if we don't see crack in these two people, that's why when Tinubu government they fight Dangote, I was happy. I was fucking happy. I don't want it to stop. I want my head to roll. It's for our own benefit. That's all we can do. Pray for that. That's just the best we can do. When the power cracks, there will be an opening. You know, there will be an opening for people like them blessing who said they are ready to be work in the local government secretariat, you know, and they are ready to do anything to blend. See? So if we don't have crack within the high and mighty, that opportunity is not there. It's only kept for their own blood. So if something like that happens and the government, part of the government no green, what do you think is going to happen? The government collapses into factionalism, right? Just like the way it happened in the 60s. And what will happen? They say when two elephant fights, the grass is suffer, hunger will begin beat people. So the final door will crack open. Civil war, boom. And this one, there will not be anything behind it. No lights. They don't need the America, or they need them too, but you know, at this point, if we are ready to carry guns against ourselves, what the heck? The power that be will just cross their leg, you know, with big champagne and just watch. Eh? Abi, blessing. When the elite begin carry gun against themselves, what do? You carry out your passport, you clean out, you just sit down, they will begin with your wine and a blunt, and you watch how it unfolds. All right, that's all you can do. So when one hope dies, dies twice. Once in the old system, you know, work. Another one in the revolution, it didn't work. People will stop asking for change. Oh. They will start looking for someone to blame. And for Nigeria, plenty day to blame. We never like anything or anybody to blame. So the North will say na South and betray the nation. And then they call for America to come save them. Plenty evidence there everywhere to back those kind shenanigans up. I mean, where you there when they say good night? Well, people are just waking up here. Where you there? Yeah, all these Australia people, I be here. Anyway, appreciate your time, my brother. So the Southwest will say the North held us back for decades. And then they make us the protest. And then make us the progress that time. Those people where they tell me say that them Mr. PhD holder and OT and what did they call her? Kulata. They tell me say I don't know what they talk. Say there is no relationship between the North and the West since after the Civil War. And after they will say, yeah, and we talk out. We say you don't know what you are talking about, you're lying. Right? The South will say, hey, everybody hates them anyway. So why stay? As I said, everybody will have plenty evidence to back whatever they are saying, claiming up. Just as Tunaja just discovered yesterday, the South were actually making fun of the North, you know, which now led to the pogrom. Now they cause a man, he head could not just actually just pause and think for a minute. That person who could just wake up, begin make fun of the other side. That a just event that led to that point. But again, it's called to Nigeria for a reason. It's gone. It's very, very hard to revive. Anyway, shout out to Nigeria if you did it. So they start looking, everybody will start looking for blame, So as I said, the North will say now South betrayed the nation and then sell out to the Americans or to whatever. The Southwest will say the North held us back for plenty many years. So now their problem, now their fault. That's why the people are calling for us. The South will say anyway, fuck you, man. Everybody hate us anyway before. So who want to stay? So why do we stay? Who speak to CM yesterday CM. I was like, I listened to the guy, I was like, okay, I think my brain will be somewhere around this side before. So I think it's a good thing to talk about it. So the middle belt will say, enough of being used as a dormant, a playground. Our people cannot be living in handicap in their own fatherlands. Enough of that. Enough of the propaganda, enough of the reality, whatever. The Niger Delta that time we go realize we know how to blow up oil pipe. Niger, we get bragging right, we get fighting, we get weapon. Yeah, excuses. So after Nigeria, I go remember I said, finally, enough is enough. Fuck all this bullshit, man. We're tired of feeding the fucking nation. Keep your Nigeria, man. Give us our goddamn oil. Oh, Nigeria. Now, Germany, you didn't. You want to go sleep? Sure. She can't German be now. Come on. Am I tripping? This is just 12. So, what time is it going to be in Germany? 7 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, brother, have a good one. Have a good night rest. So blessed, I don't know where you come from. So I don't know what will be your bragging rights. Shena, who you go blame? Are you the North that will blame the West for betraying, not being patriotic enough, or you are going to be the West that will blame the North for heading us back, or you are going to be the South that say, you know what, fuck y'all, man. Tired of your bullshit. You don't like me anyway. So shove it. Or you are going to be the middle bed to say, you know what, I'm tired of you people treating us like a fool. Or you be like me that will say, you know what, this all we tired of feeding you motherfuckers, man. Fuck off. Nigeria we are an interesting time, That will consume our consumers. Either way, we ain't going back. We ain't coming back from no. Going forward will be brutal. The price will be paid. Blood will flow, but how much? How much? So the first civil war cost no more or less 3 million people, as record shows. The second civil war, how many do you think we're gonna lose? Less or more? I say 15 million. Between 15 to 20 million people will be lost. So because it's not going to be North versus the South at the beginning. It will just be thousands of small wars. As I said, evolution lead to what? Revolution. It will be small wars. Community against communities. Cultists against cultists. Am I speaking to today's reality already? So those soldiers who are no longer in the service, who have been decommissioned, who have been fired, who have been retired, they will go against the states. So militia will be everywhere, will be paid in dollars by politicians who now live in Ghana, live in Dubai, live in Middle East, Germany. Some of them will go rent their house for them. Blessing don't they high. I don't know who Blessing they high. Blessing don't they high one of these these pot bellies, big boys in Abuja. Opportunity for him to house one of them or two. Of course, not for free, go pay. So, when we get to that point, food will stop. So people who don't know, no be only gone and kill those 3 million people during the Civil War. Majority of them were starved to death. There's no food because the ports will be closed. Generator no go run again because of no diesel. Hospital will become fucking mortuary pretty much. And guess what? The same Western countries that cheered the revolution, and cheered the color revolution, they say, yeah, this is the will of the people, and the will of the people must prevail. All those, good stuff in the name of democracy. Guess what is going to happen? They will begin to issue travel ban. Can't go to Nigeria as a war zone. Look away. They will look the other way around for as long as they could until victory. One side must win. It's always like that, and depends whether na the side where they loyal to DC, Washington DC, and then win, or those who are still fucking around with China. Because we don't see them before, as I said, in the 60s. It was just like that when the Civil War break out. The war is pretty much led by the British then on their side, the Soviet Union, also on the G, everybody pull strings. At the end of the day, the British-backed side, which is the Nigerian state, won. America look the other way, as if they don't get interest. They decide to say we are playing neutral, but it's a fucking lie. So we've seen it before. I'm not fucking. I'm not I'm trying to somebody say Nabu, you read too much. No, this is just a blueprint of what we have gone through before. You blame everyone. How dare you blame an Ososo man? How dare you? I'm an innocent man, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm a victim too. Don't blame me. Come on now. Don't blame me. I'm a fucking victory. I'm a victim. So where we there now? Where is we? So as I sip my coffee, as I, try to stay irate, being November what? Today's what? 24th? It's like 12 noon. The Nigerian elite, them, the blessings uncles and daddies and neighbors, they are still fucking around. They are still playing old fucking game, man. They're still flying around in their private jet, holding parties, Dirty December. Oh shit. I need to talk about that shit because the minister, should that minister be that lady I've been as advisor to the president who was seeking the presidential whatever recognition for dirty commission, that they should have a presidential commission for Dirty December. Come on, at the time where blood they flow everywhere. And you understand why the North we want the Sharia law to govern us instead. And tell me who will not support that. So like you see the madness of our elite, blessed. This lady was your childhood friend. You went to the same nursery and primary school back in the days. You know her better. People are being massacred every day, but she's prioritizing Dirty December. I'm not making this shit up, man. Make it make sense. Make it make goddamn sense. So they are still playing old game. They are busy. They are awarding themselves oil blocks, lecturing us who to vote for, telling us to make sacrifice, But, people like them slowly, their generation are getting more angrier. But they are still scattered. The soldiers are grumbling, So they grumble. I mean, you saw what Yerima did. That's a sign. But people trying to minimize it to wiki and no, this is a structural, institutional disagreement, breaking apart, which is what we wish for. If that will bring take us to the next level, whatever that next level is. So the military men they grumble too. Yeah. The police are still doing whatever the fuck they are doing, still extracting money from people. By January, the people will be squeezed more by the government tax, and the extortion will stop. So see, they carry money from people. The naira is not getting any better. Die by the day. So, well, how many more years we get? 2 years, 3 at most. Before one of these 3 scenarios will happen, and that is the elites themselves sacrifice themselves. Revolution, color revolution is what I am saying that is pretty much likely to happen, but it's still not going to solve the problem. Will civil war do it? I don't know. But we are here now. So the elite, this is just their choice now. That's why they always veer for people where they blame the ordinary people, the illiterates. They still don't get the picture. They still don't get it. I say I keep telling them, y'all still don't get it. It's a sign. Now see, y'all still don't fucking get it. Now see, they accuse people, say they no book, they no sabi speak English. That's not the fuck. It is bigger than that. Just people are telling you enough is a goddamn enough, but y'all are still head fucking deep in your classroom indoctrination. So the choice is theirs. They can still decide to put their education, as I said, and let higher wisdom tap into their wisdom and carry out that revolution within themselves. Of course, it's going to hurt their pride. It's going to hurt their pockets because wealth will be slow or be redistributed, you know. But they will leave. That's one point. Now only J they will go there, they'll go exile. The blood will not be split. They will leave, and their children might stand a chance to enrich the future, you know. If there's anything like the future, anything like Nigeria, their children might stand a chance to inherit them. But if they refuse, Rankata Shantara Bubuko Sitara Makashanta Labaya Suto Koyo Tupuyata Sika. Rimakata Salaya Boshito Yokopo Sata. If they refuse, Womporo Kuyapa Santaragata Shite. Ah. If they fucking refuse, ya kata poshinara maya la city kata. The streets, we choose the revolution for them, which is the second one, the color revolution. They will. At that time. And if the street fails, if the color revolution fails, oh Makata Santarabuboshiko Potosikatala Poya, God help us. God help us. Because the civil war, Mata, which is right there, is waiting with open arms. The civil door is already. We don't open the door. The road to civil door. We don't clear out. We have marked it. We have gazetted it according to Buhari as he won't gazetted cow route. We have gazetted the route to civil war point 2 and Shintara Pukoshite. Are we going to get there in speed? 100-meter speed? Or are we going to go the middle distance way? Easy 800-meter, 1500-meter pace. Or we're going to do marathon. Either way, we are on our way there. So Blessed, pray. Pray that someone, anyone, any of those, your neighbor, your uncles, your friends, in high power, in high places, is wise enough to blink. Because history is patient, my dear. History is patient. It's not kind, not by any fucking chance, not anywhere. Not during the French Revolution, the American Revolution, the Haitian Revolution, you just fucking name it. Fucking not kind. It's not. But it's very, very fucking patient. It is fucking patient. That's why I say even in a marathon, because we have already gazetted the routes. Once we don't gazette something, nobody say we just mark them or no. We've already don't mark the road. We have all approved it. Now we don't put them for law. We would have codified it. So it is a path that we are going to take. It is not, it's a must. It's necessary, if I have to use that word. We just have to take it. It's just a matter of when, because it's too late. So the next chapter has already been written. Unfortunately, now we write down. So the question is, what is going to be the casualty? So you don't know her. Okay. Oh. You go confess. You will still know how. Ìyanu Ọlọ́run mi. Ìyanu Ọlọ́run mi. So they don't mark the date for Maduro. He has to go. These people, man, they don't fuck around. They don't get choice. They just want him gone. The guy say, "Mona, give me money, give me country of exile, make I go." They say, "Mbano, that's not you. That time has passed. You gotta go." They say, "Okay, you go, be in charge of our oil, whatever you want, take it." No, the guy said, "No, no, 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 no. He got to go." So that's the points we have too. Some people we go either to exile, to jail, or head go roll. The Coco be say no turning back. So we ain't special. See them, they speak grammar. Make I listen to themselves. See. Now
Your Eminences,
these are the next people who are warming up for power. Blessing. These are your boyfriends, your husbands. These are them. These are the next people who are doing everything within their power to succeed their parents. Is it their parents that have been like their grandparents? If I'm not mistaken. Let's listen to them. Maybe if they get
Your Highnesses, you will forgive
that
me
idea. The time is
because I
right.
have only 2 minutes, and you all know my individual respect to each and every one of you. And my speech will be brief because I've already sent a lengthy congratulatory letter to the ACF. I congratulate the ACF and I commend the leadership of the ACF, and I'm happy that we have the Silver Jubilee, and I pray that by the time we are having the Golden Jubilee, Nigeria will be the greatest country in the world. Northern Nigeria is the great asset to the country. My family has almost a century experience having members of our family living in Northern Nigeria, and I myself at the age of 53, I discovered that I spent 58% of my lifespan living in northern Nigeria. So I'm a pure Dan Arewa. But the importance of the ACF is not only because it speaks for the North. The importance is that it speaks for one Nigeria. Because we started our journey, it was only in the North that the meaning of unity was understood. And the ruling party's motto was one North, one people. And by the time we got to the Second Republic, the party in power was one nation, one people. So we have moved from unity of the North to the unity of Nigeria. Now, at present, the challenge we have is every man unto himself, and God for us all. So we must go back to one nation, one people. We used to worry about our differences, and we went to Britain, negotiating independence based on our differences. But now, we are challenged by our common problems. So our politics must change. And I assure you, the ACF, that our Consultative Forum, Afenifere, Ohaneze Indigbo, Middle Belt Forum, Niger Delta Forum, all of you should come together and become the Nigerian Consultative Forum. The importance of your work is not lost, and the results may not be showing now, but my presence here and that of many of my generation shows that the work which you started will be continued by us. I can assure you, we understand one Nigeria. We know what it means to keep it together, and we will serve the country with better politics that will ensure that Nigeria is developed and all the problems facing northern Nigeria and facing Nigeria become a thing of the past. Thank you very much, and God bless northern Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm privileged to stand before you to give this goodwill message by my humble self. And I titled it, ACF Silver Jubilee of Service, Forging Prosperous North in a United Nigeria. It is with profound respect for the legacy of Northern leadership and a deep commitment to our region's future that I extend warm greetings on the momentous occasion of the Arewa Consultative Forum's 25 years anniversary. We celebrate 25.
Sorry guys, I got to go. Gotta go pay some bills. So Blessed, Middle Peace, and George, Dr. Damaji, thanks for your time, and see you maybe later. Ciao, ciao.